Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the insider himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy.
What's going down, man? What's going down? Can you believe it, dude? We are like 12, 15, 14 days away from Thanksgiving, and it's already almost December, and we're already looking at 2026. It's insane how quickly now we are on the descent out of the year. How are you feeling? How was your week? What's going on with you?
Yes, the year has flown by, John. I think that happens as you get older. Like, you just experience time differently, whereas when you're young, it just seems like the year it takes forever.
Yeah, tell me all about it. Tell me all about it. As someone who is slightly older than you, yes, 100% agree with you, yes. But yeah, we are here to talk about all kinds of things going on in the world of entertainment. A lot of big stories this week. Certainly, there was a big story that broke today, just a couple hours ago, that we're going to talk about, though, as I tweeted it out, the biggest duh of 2025. But we're also going to get into, speaking of 2025, the movies of 2025 and where we think this year lands overall as a movie year. Also, Jeff's got something up his ass about critics and the comments they make and the pull quotes going on here with the number of films and from the crystal. We're going to talk about that as well. So there's a lot we're going to get into here on the show rather. But of course, please remember, Streamlabs Superchats are open. Send in your love, send in your support. Come on now, give us some love, give us some support as we go along and get your questions, thoughts, and comments read here on the show. Jeff, how are you? Before we start, are you good? Are you ready? Are you good to go? What's going on with you, man?
I need a facelift. What do you think? I'd love a facelift.
You're too young for a facelift.
I'll get there.
Come on.
I'm good, John. I'm just depressed. You know why I'm depressed, John? You know, I saw someone on Twitter being like, God, if everyone on film Twitter is just miserable. You know why we're so fucking miserable?
Tell them.
Because the movies are bad.
You want to start there already right off the bat? Okay. All right.
I'm seeing movies left and right, and it's one disappointment after another. That's what I'm writing about tonight. I think we should just cancel the Oscars because every Oscar movie I see is just a letdown of one, proportion or the next.
One letdown after another, to quote a film from this year. Yes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I mean, I'm like, last night I sat down and like, Train Dreams. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the one Netflix should have pushed.
Oh.
And it was just so blah.
Wow.
Boring.
You're saying the Train Dreams was boring to you. It was blah to you.
As boring as HAMNET.
Damn it.
These movies, they look gorgeous, but nothing happens. It's just so, yes, something happens because something has to happen, but not enough happens.
Wow. So do you think that the movies, because lately the films that we thought were going to be getting like a lot of publicity, a lot of buzz, a lot of Oscar possible talk have kind of gone by the wayside. And we're running out of weeks. As I just said, we're 6 weeks away from the end of the year. We're running out of weeks for which these movies to come out and these big, supposedly Oscar baity movies coming out. HAMNET is on the horizon. I couldn't get into my screener on the Critics' Choice app. I've got to do some kind of code and authentication, all this guy. So I got to go through this. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Technology.
But yeah, right. But I got a chance to see Nuremberg yesterday, and I like that film, although I don't think it's going to get any kind of publicity or awards, rather, or awards consideration for anything. But there's quite a few that have come off. Smashing Machine, Christie recently. There's all these films that have come out after The Hunt that have not grabbed the public's attention.
I'm not talking about the public's attention. I could give a shit about the public's attention.
Well, that's part of it.
That's about so much other stuff, right? So Christie didn't do well. Like, we're going to talk about that. Right. Who cares? Like, she's great in it. The movie is a good movie.
Sure.
Right? Those aren't the movies I have beef with. I don't care about the movies that are underperforming. I care about the movies that underperform with me.
Okay.
Right. Nuremberg, I saw the other night, and granted, I may have seen it a little too late because I was a little sleepy. But like, what an overlong, just sleepy movie, right? With Rami Malek is so blah. And it's not it's not a very like deep psychological. He doesn't really penetrate Russell Crowe's goring. I was just so underwhelmed by all of it.
Okay. I liked the movie. I thought he did really well, and I thought Russell Crowe did really well because I thought it was going to be a ham fest where they both just tried to outact each other, trying to steal the scene from each other, but actually was a much more even back and forth throughout. I hear you. It's 2.5 hours. I like courtroom thrillers. So for me, I was very engrossed in the back and forth that was going on. But I agree there could have been more done to really lead us to the finale of what we get with Rami Malek by the end of the movie, because it feels like that's kind of tacked on as opposed to really explored throughout the film. So yeah, I can hear some of the criticism, but I still enjoyed the film overall.
It's such a safe, just like staid movie, just like Truth was. I just don't think James Vanderbilt is a very exciting director. He's a better writer than he is a director. But I mean, yes, Dime I Love, someone mentioned in the comments. Yeah. I went out to see that last weekend. Jennifer Lawrence was amazing. I thought she was great. She saved the movie for me. But on the whole, the movie, all it was grumbling coming out of that movie. From what I gathered from the audience around me, everyone was like, "What the fuck was that?" I got a D+ cinema score.
Right.
I came home from training rooms last night. I threw on Frankenstein. Frankenstein is another movie, 2.5 hours. And there may very well be a really good 2-hour Frankenstein movie trapped in there. But it was okay. There's some cool stuff in it, but on the whole, no.
But you've been really disappointed. Okay, so Frankenstein, on the whole, no, right? House of Dynamite, you weren't a fan of. Begonia, where are you on that?
I liked Begonia overall. Just it's not an awards movie to me.
Okay. Die My Love, disappointing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. One battle after another, not worth the hype in your opinion.
A good movie, and Sinners was good, but are these great movies? Are these masterpieces? No.
Okay. Ballad of a Small Player? You weren't a fan of that, if I remember you talking about it.
No.
Okay. Smashing Machine? No. The Long Walk? You like The Long Walk?
No. I
no.
didn't.
Okay. Materialists? Materialists? Yes or no?
I like Materialists.
Okay. Sinners? We've already gone over that. Wicked, we're waiting on. Springsteen didn't do anything for you.
Nope.
Yep.
There's so many. I'm really banking on The Secret Agent now. That's the movie where I'm this has to be good. If this isn't good, this is gonna break my heart.
Well, I mean, you've got Marty Supreme still coming. Did you see that yet?
I saw Marty Supreme, and I liked Marty Supreme, but again,
okay,
maybe my expectations were a little bit too high.
You have not seen a Best Picture yet. An unequivocal Best Picture. You haven't seen it yet.
No, and we have some fun stuff coming up in December. That's the other thing. October and November just feels like it has not been a lot of fun.
Right.
December's going to have Avatar. It's going to have Anaconda. It's going to have The Housemaid. It's going to have Kill Bill.
Right.
I think there's a lot of fun stuff coming up in December that I'm looking forward to. And also Wicked 2 and Zootopia 2 that are coming out at the end of the month. But
yes,
these last few weeks, it's just been homework.
What about Rental Family? Have you seen Rental Family yet?
I haven't seen Rental Family.
That's coming out in November as well. Sisu 2, I'm sure you're looking forward to that one as well.
For Sisu 2. And there have been pleasant surprises along the way. The Bradley Cooper movie is a really pleasant surprise. You see that yet?
Yes, I did see that last week. I thought it was about 5 to 10 minutes too long, but overall, I enjoyed the movie and I was really impressed by Will Arnett. I did not anticipate liking him, and I really liked him in that role. And I immediately thought, stop doing your fucking podcast and start doing more dramatic stuff. You can really do this. My actual issue was with the Bradley Cooper character. You could have removed that character from the movie. I did not need him in the movie, but the stuff with him and with Laura Dern, who was exceptional in the film, I was just transfixed by that stuff, and I wanted more Kieran Hines in the movie as well, but I liked it for what it was.
I ran into Will last night.
Oh, what'd you say?
I didn't say anything. I was waiting for some pretzel bites, or I could go into Train Dreams, and Is This Thing On was in the theater next door, and he was about to do a Q&A.
Oh, nice.
Up with a little entourage, and it was just me and this entourage in the lobby.
Right.
And then I was like, hey, I gotta go log some wood.
Mr. Arnett. Oh.
I would have told him, hugely impressed. Really, I thought he was terrific.
I agree.
So it's not like there haven't been anything.
Yeah.
Right? But you got to search. It's like finding a diamond in the rough.
Now, I disagree with you, because I think One Battle After Another, Sinners, Weapons. I mean, there are exceptional films this year. I haven't seen HAMNET yet. Haven't seen Begonia yet, which I will be watching probably later tonight if I can get in to the app. I just watched Waltzing with Brando, which is a fun Saturday afternoon play on your phone type of movie. So that I thought Billy Zane was great in that film, but that was a fun little one to watch if you want to watch it. But we still have, as you said, we have The Secret Agent. HAMNET is coming. We've got Merrily We Roll Along. I don't know how that musical is going to do because I've heard absolutely no hype for that musical.
Broadway. That's not even like a real movie. That's like a Broadway.
Right? Fair enough. Fair enough. Ella McKay is coming as well with Emma Mackey and what else have we got here? Avatar, as you said. The Housemate. I don't think the Housemate's going to do a damn thing in the theater. We'll see.
That's where the Sydney Sweeney stuff comes in. So
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, let's move into that. Let me put a thing up so I know the time code. We'll get into the Sydney Sweeney stuff. Of course, this week a lot has blown up around Sydney Sweeney. Christy not doing well. Her disastrous, in my opinion, GQ interview. And then Ruby Rose came out today or a couple days ago and went after Sydney Sweeney, calling her a cretin for taking on this role and not really focusing on what the movie was supposed to be about. And then Christy Martin today came out and said or last night rather, came out and said that she defends Sydney Sweeney. She said, I've always been a fighter. My life reflected that in every way. And now I fight for others. The past few days, I've seen some people attack my friend Sydney Sweeney. Sid not only worked her ass off for this film, she worked her ass off for me, for my story, for so many others suffering in silence. She is my friend and ally. That's what she had said. And Ruby Rose had said to her, the original Christy Martin script was incredible, life-changing. I was attached to play Cherry. Everyone had experience with the core material. Most of us were actually gay. It's part of why I stayed in acting. Losing roles happens all the time. For PR to talk about it flopping and saying Sydney Sweeney did it for the, quote, people. None of the, quote, people want to see someone who hates them parading around pretending to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserved better. So that's all the background there for that. Let's get to it, Jeff.
I'm trying not to laugh. This quote is absolutely one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Ruby Rose, the idea that Ruby Rose was going to come in and give a better performance than Sydney Sweeney in this movie is insane.
Wait, she said she was cast as Cherry, not Christy, one of the boxers. Just to be clear, she didn't say she was cast as Christy. There's a difference there.
Are you sure? Because I think Cherry is the name for Christy. Is what Christy was called.
All I'm saying is that it says the original Christy Martin script was incredible. I was attached to play Cherry.
Right, Cherry is Christy. I'm pretty sure.
All right, if that's true, go ahead.
But she can't act.
Well, yes, I agree.
Leaving aside whatever happened to her, whether she got screwed or whatever. I don't even remember that situation or what she said.
Yeah,
she's not a good actress,
right?
So I don't care what role she was going to play. Pretty sure it was the lead. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney is terrific in this movie.
Yeah,
the audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes agree.
Yes,
I don't care what critics think because critics have it out for her because they can't separate her from a fucking commercial that she did for jeans. She's just getting beat up because she's an attractive lady with large breasts.
Yeah,
who swings red.
Okay,
right.
Which part is right? I can agree with you about her having large breasts and possibly swinging red. Yes, I agree with you there.
You don't think that the critics have it out for her, that the media has?
No, I don't think so.
She's an easy punching bag, an easy target.
I think you can create both narratives, right? That the media has it out for her, or that the media is soft with her because they think she's attractive, or that a lot of the people who defend her are only defending her because they want to sleep with her. You can play both games here.
As if Sydney Sweeney is going to jump into my arms because I have.
I'm saying, do you have just as much foundation for one point of view as you do for the other? You don't know. You haven't spoken to the critics who've said to you, "I hate that Christy Sweeney. I'm going to give her a bad review on purpose." You have not.
I just know who critics are, and I know what they're about. The same way that I've been pushed to the side and ostracized in the community. It's for the same reasons.
That's fair.
So it's really no different. And right. I honestly don't think that most critics can put their personal biases aside and judge things fairly.
Nor have they ever. Let's be real. There have always been biases within critics, from Pauline Kael to Ebert to the beginning of any movie critics or any theater critics back in the Greek days. I'm sure there were personal biases from some of those guys in togas.
But when the media beats up on her, this is one of the worst openings ever for a movie opening on 2,000 screens. Well, which 2,000 screens? Okay, because not all screens are created alike.
Okay,
these are 2,000 screens that Black Bear basically had to cobble together because this is their first movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're not exactly getting Disney Prime placements here.
Right.
They had, very tiny marketing budget. There was no marketing. I mean, like, what did Ruby Rose expect this movie to do? When she says that Sydney Sweeney ruined it, she ruined it because what? The movie didn't focus on things that she thought it was going to focus. Like, I don't understand.
So what I said in my tweet was, I think Ruby has a point here. Now I don't think she should have called her a cretin. I think that was out of bounds. That's unnecessary. But I think she has a point as herself being a member of the LGBTQ plus community. She had seen the original script, and it's very possible what she's saying is that in the original script, the fact that she was gay was a bigger part of the story.
It's a huge part of the story in this movie.
It's not really a huge part. You're absolutely ridiculous to say that. It's touched on. It's not even remotely dealt with the way it should be dealt with a story like this. It's much more focused on her surviving the domestic violence situation and much more focused on a woman proving herself in a man's world. It is not focused on the gay stuff. The gay stuff comes in occasionally.
Everybody's gay these days. So what is it? Some big accomplishment?
It is for the time in the 1990s for her to have been a closeted gay woman and dealing with the fact that she was trying to prove herself in a man's world.
It deals with all of that. All of this is in the movie.
Right. Took on the language of the oppressors of her who were trying to tell her to not be gay, who essentially manipulated her to get into a loveless marriage with a man who was domestic violence abuser. And she only embraced her happiness when she finally realized that she is a lesbian and she can walk into the sunlight and embrace her truth. That was not highlighted in the movie. Those moments were hit, but they were not.
You think that this movie would have been more successful had it leaned into
irrelevant of success? I think it would have been a better movie, because that's my problem with the movie, is that they only touch on the her being gay, like occasionally every few. If
only this movie had been gayer, it would have been better. That makes no sense.
I think if only this movie had honored her gayness better in telling her overall story, I think the movie would have been better. Yes, 100%.
I don't know I don't know the draft that Ruby Rose is alluding to, having read. So I don't know what changed or how it changed, or whether
she's implying that it did. She's implying
whether Sweeney came in and made those changes herself,
right?
Or whether David Michaud came in and wanted to tailor the script to his leading lady,
right.
I think to not give Sydney Sweeney credit for this choice, for the choices that she makes in the movie for her performance, I think it's just bullshit. And I think it's Ruby Rose sounds like she's got sour grapes.
Well, I think the way that she looks at it, if I can offer her point of view, because I know it's fashionable to go after her, like you guys just claim everyone's going after Sydney. I've seen a lot of older white critics complaining about it online about Ruby Rose. And let me go on to defend her and say her point of view as a member of the LGBTQ community was that when she read the original script, it had much more of that highlighted. So for her, she assumes that Sydney came in, and maybe she knows that Sydney came in with her red state point of view and said, this isn't going to work. I want to get my MAGA fans in here. So yes, I can't avoid that she's gay, but I can limit how much of that is in the script. And let's focus more on this. Actors go in all the time, Jeff, and change scripts, manipulate scrits to highlight certain things about themselves. You know that. So
Sydney Sweeney's like, yeah, I'm willing to play a lesbian, but I don't want her to be too gay.
Yeah, possibly. Don't act like that's not possible. Don't act like that's not possible, for God's sakes, And she wanted to focus on these other things that are much more universal, right? Woman empowerment, woman surviving domestic violence situation, woman proving herself in a man's world. That's more universal regardless of sexual orientation. That's an easier sell. And that may have been what the point of view is there. Because, Jeff, they line Merritt Wever up to be a very big antagonist to her homosexuality. And you rarely see her in the movie after they make that moment near the beginning of the film. And that's a problem. There's a lot of emotional complexity and richness to explore there between mother and daughter that is barely touched on in the movie.
Well, it sounds like I just like the movie more than you, but
probably
I think what I wanted to go back to, though, is that The Housemaid is going to come out on Christmas Day, and The Housemaid is going to perform very well, I think.
Okay.
You think it's going to bomb?
Yeah, I think it's going to bomb, 100%.
I think it's going to do very, very well.
I don't think she's a star. I don't think people think she's the star, and I don't think people want to go to her movies. I really don't. I don't think they know her. I don't think they've gone to see 4 flops in a row, Jeff. You can't deny that.
Based on a huge book.
I know, based on a huge book. Fair point. So was wait, how much is Housemaid being made for, though? Because that's how we can really find out.
I'm not sure.
Because the one that just came out from Colleen Hoover arguably is a hit because it is
it like 70 or 80 million already, and that's gone very under the radar.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. There's an audience for these type of female-led movies in this genre, and I think that this one is going to work, and also have legs into January. So this whole narrative, though, where like, oh, Sydney Sweeney can't open a movie because she couldn't open movies like Christie and Americana, as if they're ever going to open to more than $5 million.
And Eden, directed by Ron Howard, don't remove.
Also, that's a vertical acquisition. That's a dump. That is like not a theatrical play whatsoever. That's all about the VOD. Right. So,
but listen, if she had opened those movies, then you'd have a massive case that she's a star. But the fact that she hasn't,
no one could open those movies. Those aren't openable movies, John.
Tom Cruise could open those. But I hear you. I'm trying to find the budget for Housemaid. Anyway, keep going. 40 million. 40 million.
40 million for Housemaid. I think it's going to be an absolute hit for Lionsgate.
Okay. I think if it makes 40 million in its entire run, I'll be surprised. I'll tell you. But you might be right. As you said, it's based on a 2022 well-known book, at least to the people who read books. And so, that's could lead to a lot of money. But then how do we say? Do we say that it's Amanda Seyfried? Or do we say that it's Sydney Sweeney? Like, who do we say is really selling the movie if you've got both of them as leads in the movie?
I think Sweeney is the lead.
Okay.
She's entering the world and we're following her as she enters this world with that couple. So I'm just saying, when the movie works, I mean, what are we going to give all the credit to Amanda Seyfried? I think when the movie works, that's what you can judge her on.
Right.
Okay? So let's have this conversation again in 6 weeks.
That's fair. And the thing is, I think I want to make it clear. I think she's a damn good actress. I liked her in Christie a lot. I don't agree if Ruby's issues were her performance, because I don't think that was the issue with the movie. But I do think Ruby's points of view coming from that community to speak about what the script could have been. I just want to.
She doesn't speak for the entire community. There's going to be people in the community who are just pleased that it went there at all, that they made a movie about a lesbian boxer.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Jeff, because all the people who complained about In the Heights not having dark enough Latinos could kiss my ass, because that film was tanked by your complaining and bitching about it. And the fact that it even got made, we should have celebrated as a Latino culture and went out to see that movie. And we didn't, because the people weren't dark enough. It's nonsense. That kind of stupid shit people die on that kills more of movies like that from being able to get made and come out. So I hear your point.
I think this is a movie about boxing and a movie about domestic violence more than it is an LGBTQ movie.
Well, because that's how they fashioned the movie. If they had focused on that more, it might have been a different movie.
Yeah, you wanted Brokeback Mountain in a boxing ring.
No, I wanted Rocky, but like he has a feelings for Apollo Creed. Like that's what I wanted there.
That's a good movie. I'm down for that movie.
An interracial gay love story championship movie. Yes, done. Anyway, but like, what do you think about her reaction though to all of it? I mean, do you think that she's affected by this? Do you think that do you think her PR team do you think there's anything to change here, or do you think she should just keep going down the path that she's walking because she's choosing these projects and she's saying, I'm doing it, for artistic type of stuff?
I think she is probably a little rattled by the blowback to, her interview or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think she just has to keep on being who she is and being authentic to herself. And, there's going to be enough people. Like, I think it's just a very small group, but vocal group of people who love to shit on her.
Yeah. Again. But another one like you have, Jeff, Rachel Zegler, right? Zegler overrides. She walks through the fire and keeps booking stuff, keeps getting stuff. She won't be denied. And I think Sydney Sweeney is the same way. She won't be denied.
Keep your head down and keep doing good work.
Yeah. Eventually, you're going to rise to the surface.
And this is an example of the good work she should continue doing.
Agreed. 100%. All right, well, let's move on to something Sydney Sweeney might be looking at in the future, and that's being in a superhero movie. Let's move to this, Jeff. We got ourselves a Brainiac confirmation here. Our brother Humberto Gonzalez at the wrap there has confirmed that James Gunn's villain for Man of Tomorrow is Brainiac. So that is going to be happening here. Apparently, Superman and Lex Luthor will be forging a temporary alliance, as a lot of us have speculated, to go after Brainiac. So anything to say on this, Jeff? Anything new, groundbreaking, surprising? I mean, this is kind of a big duh, as I said. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it didn't really take a Brainiac to put this together.
Boo.
By the way, breaking news: fucking Glenn Powell will be back for Chad Powers season 2. You heard it here first. Yeah, it's nice that he confirmed it or whatever, but
Right.
I think that we all kind of knew that Brainiac was going to be the villain. I think James Gunn put out enough hints about that.
Yeah.
The truth is, I just don't know enough about Brainiac as a comic book character to be like, oh, this is who should play him.
Right.
Maybe it will be Jacob Elordi or somebody, or maybe it'll be an older guy. I have no idea.
Now, if Elordi gets cast, are we veering into Pedro Pascal territory? I love Frankenstein, Wuthering Heights, Priscilla, Euphoria. Now swinging into, like, is this a play? If he does get Brainiac, are we swinging into? Come on, is Elordi going to be in everything? Are we entering that territory?
I mean, listen, he's one of the young movie stars these days with Timmy and Austin Butler and Jeremy Allen. I mean, yeah, we're going to see a lot of this guy.
Yeah,
and it's going to be in big movies like this. So
a lot of people like him. Yeah,
it's not to say that he has it in the bag.
Right.
I have no idea who it'll be. Maybe it'll be Bill Skarsgård.
Could be Bill Skarsgård again. That's right. It could be him.
They like him like the Warner Brothers.
I've seen Matt Smith suggested. I've seen some people go way out there and suggest Michael C. Hall. Sure, if you want the film to bomb. Jude Law, I've seen. Matthew Good, I've seen possibly. So you say you don't know enough to possibly guess who you'd want to see, but Elordi is your choice if you were to choose today.
Or Bill Skarsgård, or yeah.
Now, what about the idea that Frank Grillo will be back? He's claiming in a bigger role for the Superman sequel. Your thoughts on this? Do you like this? Does it make sense to you?
I mean, I've always liked Grillo, but it just feels like very, I don't know, TV. It feels like I need to have seen Peacemaker. Not particularly interested. I was like, oh, is he in Superman? I guess he was barely, right?
Right. Yes, he was. Yeah. As Rick Blake Sr.
I guess I'm just supposed to allow it, but.
Well, more DC news. What do you think of this? That they've greenlighted a Jimmy Olsen series with Skylar Gisondo leading the way, basically a Daily Planet series, but it would be him like tracking down these villains. Gorilla Grodd will be the villain in the first season. No word yet on if we'll see Cat Grant, if we'll see the other people who are involved, like Perry White, there, Wendell Pierce, in the series, and also a V for Vendetta series has been greenlit by DC as well, which James Gunn will oversee. But the two people who did American Vandal will be doing the Jimmy Olsen series. So does this make sense as the next steps for DC? Is this exciting in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, I liked American Vandal. I do think a Daily Planet show made a lot of sense. If you're looking at, hey, we're starting this universe with Superman, we've got lanterns in the can or whatever, but we need like a Superman spinoff. Can we go? I think Daily Planet is the right way to go. People really like Jimmy Olsen and Skylar Gisondo. True. So I think he makes sense as the lead. I think you'll see all those people back. Cat Graham, Beck Bennett. I think they'll all be involved in this show. Yeah. Obviously, he's going to have to go to the office, Jimmy Olsen, and run into everybody. I think Clark Kent will always conveniently be at lunch. So I don't know that you'll see a lot of Superman or Lois, but I think this makes sense.
Okay.
And I like the angle of like doing like a crime. I thought it would be a crime story every episode, but I guess it's going to be like a season long run. Right. Gorilla Grodd. I think it makes sense as an anthology series.
Probably a 6 to 8 episode series, I would imagine, right?
I wouldn't go overboard with this. I think 6 episodes could really work.
What about the V for Vendetta series? Are you surprised by them greenlighting? I mean, that's a series that's very clearly, if you've read the graphic novel, about fighting back against authoritarianism and rebelling and launching, domestic terrorist attacks to stop them.
Yeah. I mean, a bit of a risky choice given that, like, Apple's sitting on the Savant, like, won't release it.
Oh, right.
It's too hot. I wasn't the biggest V for Vendetta fan. I know I'm talking to one who is, use him as the outlaw. Look at it behind you. Yeah. But I do like it as a choice. I think it just plays right to HBO's base, right? HBO subscribers are a bunch of, wealthy liberals. And I think you could make a pretty good show that plays right into their wheelhouse.
Yeah, I wonder if though I wonder if if Paramount ends up buying Warner Brothers, do they kind of stop that one from going on, or do
that's the whole reason we're buying Warner Brothers. So we can stop the Vendetta in its tracks and help our friend Donald Trump.
Buy it immediately. Get it out of there.
I don't think that.
Yeah, goes into their equation. Do you have any DC news, Jeff? Do you have anything you've heard in the wind? Anything you can give us a little tidbit on, or anything like that that you'd be willing to talk about?
I haven't heard too much on DC lately.
Okay.
I mean, there's an actor who I think Reeves tried to get in the first Batman movie. That wouldn't shock me if he wound up being in the Batman sequel.
Oh, okay. Can you say who that is, or are you just saying that as some random actor?
I mean, I think Oscar Isaac following Frankenstein.
Ooh.
Especially with him being like, well, I really don't have a lot of interest in going back to Star Wars.
Right.
It's kind of like, well, if that's off the table, then what is next? What
right.
And I think that, I think I had initially heard that like Oscar wasn't going to be in Tony Gilroy's Behemoth because Behemoth kind of needed a bigger star, right? To justify getting it made and all that. And that's how it wound up with Pedro Pascal. But, other people have said, no, Oscar left that project because he needs a hit. He needs a box office hit, right? I mean, Frankenstein, may end up being nominated for Oscars, but, it's a Netflix movie. So they said Oscar needs a box office hit, and he's looking for something. Obviously, they like him at Warner Brothers with Dune. So, maybe if Reeves went to him for the first movie, I could see him circling back on the second movie. I think he's done an avail check for Oscar.
Right.
Okay. And Oscar fell out of that movie Cockroach too, right?
Yes. Right.
Right, with Channing Tatum.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I think he's available, but like, who could he play? He could play
Hush.
Harvey Dent. He could play Hutch. He could play Hugo Strange.
Ra's al Ghul. All those are in play.
Utilize all three of those, really. I don't think I've seen this Ra's al Ghul, but one of those three characters. So, again, I don't think that there's any offers out or anything like that. But I don't know. I could see him in that universe.
I could too. I think it'd be good, especially off the heels of that, as you said, that Frankenstein performance, which was a lot of fun, veering into almost superhero comic book movie type of performance. I could see that. Absolutely. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's, we're at the half hour mark. Just want to let you all know, send in your Streamlabs and super chats. Should I say this? If we send in 50 super chats total, I might have something to break from somebody who sent me something this morning and gave me permission to break it on the show. Jeff knows nothing about this and nothing, but like I was told a certain something to do with Avengers Doomsday. So if you send in 50 super chats, I will absolutely break it near the end of the show. So let's see if we can get there. Hopefully $5 and above. That would be great. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this? New pictures have dropped here from the Odyssey, the Christopher Nolan film that is coming out next year, which apparently everybody's got their tickets for already. Nolan said he described the film as, quote, foundational and primal. As a filmmaker, you're looking for gaps in cinematic culture, things that haven't been done before. And what I saw is that all of this great mythological cinematic work that I had grown up with, I'd never seen that done with the sort of weight and credibility that an A budget and a big Hollywood IMAX production could do. Jeff, he said they've shot over 2 million feet of film, and they've been out on it for the last 4 months. And it's a leap of faith that was being made in an unmapped, uncharted world. So your thoughts on these photos? Anything big to say on this?
No, looks like photos from a movie called The Odyssey. I don't like, am I supposed? I mean, it looks really cool. I dig the cinematography, particularly of the shot of the Trojan horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really one to get excited over images.
I do like the shot of Matt Damon. He looks almost reborn. You know what I'm saying? He looks swaggering, leading man. Right?
Is that a Bourne joke?
No, yeah, it's a good point. I didn't even try to make it. I haven't seen him play a role like this in a while, is what I'm getting.
He looks hungry. He looks hungry.
Yeah, I like that. You like that energy when it comes to leading a big film.
Right.
So, all right, let's move on to this. What are your thoughts on this? John Woo and Nicolas Cage are reuniting. If you can believe this stuff, they are reuniting to do a film together. This is kind of crazy. It's after 30 years after Face Off. The film is going to be called Gambino. It's a crime biopic which tackles the infamous New York City mob boss Carlo Gambino. Your boy Nick Vallelonga, who won an Oscar for Green Book, co-wrote the script with George Gallo, who wrote Bad Boys. So Carlo Gambino is, quote, a butcher son from Sicily who rules New York's underworld with quiet authority, but when his death sends shockwaves through the city, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Jimmy Breslin follows the trailer left behind to uncover the man beneath the legend. Jeff, are you old enough to remember Jimmy Breslin? What are your thoughts on this?
I do know Jimmy Breslin.
How you doing, Jeff? Yeah.
What would make me think that John Woo is the right director for this movie? Like, why?
Because he's done a lot of crime films in Hong Kong. He's done those crime movies.
He's done action movies.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's what this is. I don't think that this is a good fit. I'd be surprised if he stuck around to direct this.
Really?
Again, it's AFM time, John. So all these projects are all half real, half nonsense. We'll see what we can get financed, selling international territories.
Right.
I like, I'm open to a Nick Cage like mafia movie. That sounds interesting. But yeah, John Woo feels a little forced.
What do you think about him, though? I mean, he's got Carpenter's son about to come out. Nick just keeps working, bro. He just keeps working.
He loves to work.
He does.
He's been saying that for a decade or more. I mean, he just loves to get out there and play different characters. Doesn't care who's directing the movie. Like he's just,
yeah. Like next year, he's got the Madden film, right? He's got the Spider Noir series. As I said, Carpenter's son is about to come out. And then the David Mamet penned The Prince, which is inspired by the life and times of Hunter Biden.
And he's going to be filming True Detective.
Right, and True Detective, yes. So he's on a run. This could be interesting if Woo stays attached, because Woo hasn't done an American film in a very, very long time.
Didn't he just do The Killer?
Yeah, but that was a series, right, for Peacock, or was that a movie?
That was a movie.
Ugh, for Peacock, though, bro. I don't think that counted.
No, it was not good.
Yeah.
It's just tough for me to get excited about this.
You can't do Asian films and transfer them into Western sensibilities. To me, it's what kills Face Off. Face Off is if that's Chow Yun-fat and Tony Liu, I think is the actor's name from The Killer. If it's those guys, Tony Leung, if they're doing that in Hong Kong, that film is fucking extraordinary, right? It's still a fun film. It's a fun, cheesy action film, right? But like, it's very Eastern sensibility, and it doesn't work with Western sensibilities. And so I think that's always been the thing with John Woo's American work, is that it's always tried to be Eastern when he hasn't adapted his style to be Western. And same thing with Hard Target. I think the Hard Target is a fun watch, but you could see that be a way better film under the Hong Kong auspices. So we'll see.
I'll grant you the argument you're making, but I disagree on Face Off. Face Off works.
So cheeseball. Wait, you're a foot smaller. Don't notice that.
Yeah, forget it. Yeah, exactly. I need to nitpick it.
All right, what about this story, Jeff? We got ourselves a Rambo prequel coming. Now, we spoke about the Rocky prequel coming. There is a Rambo prequel coming. Lionsgate has approved this thing. They're going to do this and Expendables, but they're pitching this film from the director of Sisu, by the way, as a kinder, gentler John Rambo in Vietnam. Does this make any sense to you, or was this a bad pitch?
Well, first of all, is that your art that you drew? Did you draw that of Stallone?
No, that's someone who put that. That's someone who did that. That's on the poster. That's the one on the original poster.
Oh, okay. I thought that may have been a little ode to Stallone.
I wish I could have.
Listen, I'm not a Rambo guy. I'm not a Noah Centineo guy. I don't think this is particularly good casting. I love Jean-Marie Hollander, the director of Sisu. I think he's super talented. I guess Rambo is a step up in the sense that it's IP, but it still feels like he's way better than this. Like, I'd like to see Jean-Marie Hollander directing like a DC movie.
Oh yeah. How about him doing a Punisher movie? That would be amazing.
Just not excited about anything with this Rambo package. It just feels very bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't seem like that exciting. I can't stress this enough. I don't understand how Stallone is being iced out of all of these franchises. I said this last week. I'll say it again. I just don't get it. Why people are treating him like this. It's frustrating. All right, let's see what else have we got on the docket here. Do you want to get into this? Do you want to get into this ad? All right, it's time to get into this ad. Jeff wanted to talk about this on the show here. The HAMNET FYC ad is being mocked for the quote over-the-top quote that says it is the greatest film ever made. The quote is from the Rolling Tape, which is a real site. It's a real movie website in terms of that they do review movies. And this has raised a lot of eyebrows, this level of hyperbole. So Jeff, your thoughts on this? And you're trying to make a grander point, a bigger point about all the promotions and the comments from critics over these films. Go ahead.
I mean, just like individually, even if this quote was accurate, which it's sort of like two different quotes from two different writers cobbled together,
right,
at the same outlet. It's obviously absurd on its face. This is actually not one of the best movies of the year, and certainly not the best movie ever made. I think that's like, I don't even know. Like, it's like, are you trolling me? Like, you're promoting this new site, and this is the kind of writers that you have there? People who think that HAMNET is the best movie ever made? Why would I ever visit this site?
Well, let's give a little bit of context. As you said, Jeff, the studio did this. They appear to have cobbled together from two separate sources, one being a published review, the other a social media post. And the original review only called HAMNET, quote, one of the greatest films ever made, not the greatest. It was the studio who removed one of and just went with the greatest film ever made. And hung that on the
even so, to say this is one of the greatest films ever made is obviously an insane thing to say. The studio changing the quote, it's like, are you just trying to hurt your own Oscar campaign?
Yeah.
You're gonna have everybody, instead of comparing HAMNET to other disappointments like Train Dreams and this year's crop of movies, now we're talking about HAMNET in relation to the greatest movies of all time, which is a comparison that they're going to lose every time.
Right.
So the focus just like not doing itself favors.
Right.
But again, leaving that the specificity of this movie aside.
Sure.
Again, everybody's just, this is a masterpiece. Everything's a masterpiece these days. Everything's the best movie anyone's ever made.
Yeah.
One Battle After is the best movie to Paul Thomas Anderson ever made. Forget all those other Paul Thomas Anderson movies that made him Paul Thomas Anderson.
Right.
This is the best thing. Why? Because it just came out. That's why. Because I'm the critic now, and I declare it. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's nuts what is happening out there. I see it every day. I'm stunned.
Yeah. Yeah. I look, first of all, for a small site to get quoted, I think it's great. To be quoted and to have quote manipulated by the studio is not so good. And I agree with you, Jeff. I don't know why the studio would do this and risk getting found out, because now this pushes your film into a place of like, you're trying to manipulate the audience into feel a certain way or think a certain way about the movie, rather than having confidence that the movie can stand on its own for its own merits. And so they didn't do this to a small, if they did this to a bigger outlet, I think there'd have been some pushback and some clarification. This kid is just happy, Danny Jerebeck. He's just happy that his site was quoted and all that. And he's taking it in stride. He's not making a big deal of it, which respect him for doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
But the studio is the one who's done this stuff. And I think this is a big mistake. Nowadays, where everything gets exposed, why would you take the chance to do this and create, like, within the critic sphere, create a little bit of a pushback of people going like, well, maybe I don't want to vote for this movie because you're trying to manipulate me into voting for this movie. And I want to vote it on my own decisions in my own way. So I think it's a mistake. But I mean, the larger question is also, Jeff, like, how many critics are out there now who are reviewing films to try to get pull quoted?
Oh, wow.
This is an issue I have, right, Jeff? I mean, I wonder if you feel the same way. Like, we've seen those reviews where people are legitimately trying to get pull quoted and then brag about it on social media. And I'm like, well, what are you, a critic or are you a clout chasing, click chasing whore? Which are you?
I mean, I always liked being quoted as a critic. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong in
No, of course
that.
not.
But like, I just obviously people have different styles of reviewing movies and things like that.
Sure.
But like, I'm going down these Rotten Tomatoes blurbs, and I'm just like, who talks like this? Who like? I'm telling you, it's like people are using AI to write this shit. I'm just like, you would never say to a buddy, and they were like, "Oh, how is this movie?" And you would respond with some of the sentences that I see on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a pulse pounding.
Right. It's just like, can you just talk like a normal fucking person instead of like talking like a critic? It's again, there's no bar for entry anymore because anybody can just start a Substack, start a TikTok, whatever it is, and they're taken as seriously. I don't know. I mean, it's the studios and the PR people. They're the ones who designate who gets access to the stuff and who. I mean, I'm amazed at the people who I see at parties and premieres these days. I guess it's because they're considered influencers or whatever. But who are they influencing? Like, it's just people influencers influencing each other. I don't think that the public gives these people any weight.
I don't think they do.
All they do is they just go to premieres and parties, and they're invited to those events because they don't rock the boat. They don't say anything that's going to rock the boat.
Right. I would like it that I would like somebody to create a website that monitors all of these influencers and showcases like, okay, this influencer went all in for this particular film, and the film didn't make money. And then see the track record of how many of these influencers are paid by studios to talk about these films, to promote these films, and these films still don't make money. Then you can start analyzing and evaluating how influential these influencers actually are. And that could be a way of pushing back on the studios using influencers, because you can now look at stats. This is like basketball or NFL. You can create statistics on what influencers promoted and whether they actually made a difference at the box office when they promoted these films. I think it'd be great to put that on. And it's not, I don't mean critics. Critics is a separate situation. Influencers are intentionally there to be influencers. I think their stuff should be tracked and monitored, to be honest with you.
I think these people need to be tracked and monitored.
I didn't say that.
These people need to be on some kind of fucking watch list.
On a database.
HAMNET is the greatest film ever made. You are clearly some kind of cultural terrorist.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
You belong on a watch list.
And look, I want to make it clear. I think there are a lot of legitimate critics out there who legitimately put down their reviews and they're not trying to get pull quoted. And I totally respect that. And I'm usually friends with people like that, but the ones who are trying to desperately get pull quoted, you can tell by their reviews how much they're desperately, or their social media reactions.
It's desperate, John, isn't it? It feels desperate that Focus Features has to go to the rolling tape so that they can get the quote they want, which is the best movie ever made.
Yeah. It is desperate. It tells me that they don't have faith in the film I think they see that all of these art house films are coming out and bombing, and I think they're afraid that the film will bomb, and it's like it could affect the nominations for the movie, the money for the movie, all of that, because that's the PR's job, is to try to make the public interested in the film so it can make as much money as possible, right? And so, because I mean, the critics are going to see the film anyway. It's the public you want to get in the theater.
Yeah, I got tickets to The Running Man tonight, and I've got tickets to Keeper on Saturday night, and I'm not excited for either one.
Keeper is getting some of the worst reviews Osgood Perkins has ever gotten.
But he also got good reviews from the same people for bad movies. So who to believe? Right? These people can't be trusted anyways.
So true.
He told me Long Legs was amazing.
So true. Well, Jeff, I can say this. You're right to be worried about this movie. You're right to be concerned whether you're going to like this movie or not. I know you're a Glenn Powell person, but man, I thought he was fine for the most part, good in a couple of spots, but overall the film itself just was a big mishmash of a train wreck. I have a feeling you're not going to be as excited over the film.
I've been quietly dreading it, not so much because of Glenn, but because I hate to tell you guys this, because I know it's going to get me killed. It's not a popular opinion. Edgar is overrated. He's a bad director. but
Right.
just Guillermo, okay? He's friends with everybody writing these reviews and doing this reporting.
Yes.
The guy just gets a fucking crazy pass.
I think it's because people see Edgar Wright, especially the nerds, the film nerds. They see Edgar Wright like he's one of their friends or uncles or mentors. And so they're scared to say anything negative about his movies. And if you do, you're considered persona non grata. But the last two films, you could argue, Last Night in Soho, The Running Man. I didn't see the Sparks Brothers. I don't know if that was any good or not. And Baby Driver, I liked Baby Driver, but like World's End wasn't that strong. Yeah.
It's a vibe though.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't revisited it.
Right.
I just think little. He's a fan favorite. He's a geek favorite, but
yeah, like listen, let's look at it. Hot Fuzz did well, right? Shaun of the Dead did well, and that's where he established himself, the Cornetto trilogy, right? But like Scott Pilgrim versus the World tanked at the box office, even though I like that movie. World's End was not a great finale for that trilogy. Baby Driver was good, but Last Night in Soho disappointing. The Running Man's not going to do well. So
yeah,
maybe it's time to reevaluate Edgar Wright's quality as a director. I think you're fair to bring that.
He's bad because there's things I like about Edgar. I like his energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't love the movies. Anyways, I have tickets to that tonight.
Well, people in the chat, be honest with us. What do you? I mean, like, if you look at Edgar Wright's entire filmography, is it time to maybe start to ask questions about whether he should be seen as one of the greatest filmmakers ever, simply because you like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead?
I really do like Hot Fuzz a lot. I'm not a big Shaun of the Dead guy. I never was. I actually like World's End, maybe even a little bit more than Shaun of the Dead. But I just think he's just been like drifting on that trilogy for too long.
Yeah.
So maybe after this, he'll wind up doing Baby Driver 2, which is the movie everybody kind of wants from him.
I liked Baby Driver, and I liked Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, and Hot Fuzz, and I didn't like World's End as much, but yeah. So, Last Night in Soho wasn't bad. I think I liked it more than you did, but there were some problems with that movie for sure.
And yeah, Keeper. I mean, Keeper. Yeah. They said that they wanted to preserve the mystery a little bit, so they didn't screen it too widely. I've read mixed reviews. I mean, it's not like all negative. I've seen some people call it his best movie, but I'm nervous.
Yeah. Do I have it up here? I thought I had it. Yeah. Osgood Perkins, mixed reviews.
Asked Rossif Sutherland as the male lead. I was like, well, why? Yeah,
the Rotten Tomatoes score has risen to 63%. It sits at 59 on Metacritic, but that's, of course, only on 11 reviews. So, as you said,
Neon like in the bring her back camp. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a little nervous about that one as well, because I don't like to put myself through a horror film that looks as insane as this looks if it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'll just be like, oh, what a waste.
It's Keeper, Running Man. Now you see me. I just, these are three mediocrities that I have to choose from this weekend.
Yeah.
In fact, if I had any balls at all, I'd say fuck my plans and go track down Seurat, which I hear is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Or go see Carpenter's Son. Come on now.
I have no interest in it. I'm just waiting, and this is the sad truth, right? And this is probably I speak for most of the country and the world when I say this.
Yeah.
We're all just in Stranger Things pregame mode, right?
I think, yeah. And Avatar pregame mode. I think everybody's in Avatar pregame mode,
Fair enough.
Maybe a few of you are in Zootopia 2 pregame mode, but that's pretty much. Or some of you might be in Wicked pregame.
Well, Zootopia's going to do well, but to me, it's like November. Oh, November means Stranger Things is coming back.
Hey, that's true. And we're like, 13 days away from it coming back, November 26th. Have you gotten the episodes yet?
I've seen everything, John. I've seen the finale, and it's crazy who dies. No, I haven't seen anything.
Did you see the Eddie Murphy doc? It's out now. Just
I did watch that. I liked it, actually. Okay. It's obviously, a talent-based documentary in the sense that it's not going to get into anything too controversial,
right,
or an arrest or any rumors, things like that. But I liked it for the most part. Yes.
I wish it would go into that. That's that. Now you've got a true Eddie Doc. Get into the trans stuff.
That's just not what people want to do anymore, though, right?
Oh man, I know. Everyone wants to play safe. Come on. We used to have balls in this world. We used to have balls in this world. All right. See what else have we got to talk about? Oh yeah, you want to get into this? What are your thoughts on Michael Caine and Matthew McConaughey submitting their voices for AI usage? And then Morgan Freeman coming back saying, "Don't you dare use my voice for AI." So, and then Disney came out and said that they're going to be releasing short form content that's fully AI. Jeff, it's all happening. Your thoughts?
I mean, if you're at Disney, it makes sense to experiment with short form AI, before you introduce it into long form.
Sure.
And yeah, now is the time to experiment and test and see where the line is and what you can get away with audiences and whether they do care or not.
Okay.
Michael Caine giving up his voice. I mean, this guy, how much longer does he have? He's probably just trying to provide for his family once he's gone, right? If my voice can make you guys, money every year, why wouldn't I do it? McConaughey, I was a little bit more surprised to see that from, but
me too.
He's also a guy who's out there and takes chances, and
but we're going to see more actors doing this, aren't we, Jeff? This is
exactly like that's the thing. We're talking about him like he's this anomaly, and really he's just the first of a flood.
Yeah. That is going to happen for sure. I 100% agree with that. Let's see what else. Oh, do you want to talk about this?
Go to that question up above. Hold on. That Jeff, any updates on Doctor Strange 3 from Connor the Red? 509. See that?
You got something?
Did you see Nexus ran a story today saying that Doctor Strange 3 was in active development or whatever, but so it just echoed really what I'd said, a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I forget which one.
A week ago. Yeah.
And that, if you ask me what else is going besides Avengers movies and, X-Men, inevitably it's going to be Doctor Strange 3. So.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what's going on with that one.
They said that Benedict's going to be more involved in the, in hiring like a writer or director. I mean, they have to have somebody. Have to have a script at some point. At this,
are they going to have a gay storyline? I want him to have a gay storyline.
Well, I thought it was funny because Nexus is like, we hear, he wants Sam Mendes. I'm like, the guy who's directing 4 movies in the next 3 years.
Nexus.
It's not going to be Sam Mendes.
Sometimes they want to take Nexus and just like give them a noogie. Sometimes Nexus.
I mean, they're right about certain stuff, and I said I had to them in the most recent newsletter. But also, they're right about everything.
Yeah, they think they're right. All right. So what else have we got here on the docket? Anything you want to say about Sabrina Carpenter doing an Alice in Wonderland musical?
Don't like it.
You what?
I'm writing about this tonight. This is such a safe, boring choice, John.
Yes.
Like, wow. I don't know if you're Sabrina Carpenter, I would have liked to have done something that's a little bit different from your image, rather than
challenging. Something a little challenging. But then again, I mean, it's Lorena Scafari who did Hustler, so will it be a more interesting take?
No, it won't. It'll be fucking. It's Mark Platt. Okay,
that's true. Oh, that's true.
Dude, this is going to be another big, Wicked type musical thing for Universal. And like financially, it's a smart bet, right? It's Sabrina Carpenter, a musical, a big title. I'm just sick of like Alice in Wonderland, that whole story.
Yeah.
It feels done to death. And I just would have liked to have seen her use her clout to do something interesting and against type rather than like literally take on like the safest thing I could imagine her doing.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I'm sure Ben Platt will be in the movie since his dad produced. He'll probably play the who's the dude that smokes on the mushroom? Huh?
He'll play Prince Charming or whoever's in that fucking.
No, he'll play the dude on the mushroom smoking the weed or whatever, whoever that guy is. I forget who that is. The caterpillar or whatever. I forget who that is. But yeah. But I mean, those Alice in Wonderland movies make money, bro. I mean, the original, the Johnny Depp one, they make money. So maybe there's something to be mined for her money wise.
There's no question that like. Financially, I think it's a good move. Like,
sure.
I think the movie is well positioned for success,
right?
And I like Lorraine Scafaria.
Yeah,
I just knowing the things that she's turned down or had the opportunity to do. I don't know. I just wanted something more exciting.
That's fair. All right, let's talk of the trailers before we get into the questions. And remember, if we don't get to 50, I'm not going to reveal that Avengers Doomsday scoop. So if you want to send your stuff in, send it in now. But your thoughts on the new Wuthering Heights trailer, the Cold Storage trailer with Liam Neeson, the Sponge, I don't know, SpongeBob, the Devil Wears Prada 2 teaser, the Gore Verbinski one, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And there was a new Housemaid trailer and Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer and Toy Story 5. Anything you want to talk about trailers wise, Jeff, that stood out to you?
I mean, Toy Story 5 leads the newsletter tonight. I love this franchise. I'm totally down for another installment. I know Rumi's headline was like, do we really need another one of these? Yes, we do. I'd much rather have one of these than some shitty Pixar movie that I don't care about in the middle of the summer. Love these characters. It's been a very consistent franchise. If like they started making Toy Story movies and they started sucking, then I'd be like, oh God, please, no, stop. But I like all four of these.
Okay. What about the Good Luck, Don't Die, or whatever it is? Good
luck. Have fun. Don't die. I dug it. I thought it was unique and interesting. It looked like a white guy doing everything everywhere all at once or something. Verbinski's an interesting director.
Yeah.
And I'm down to give it a shot. Like, I don't think it'll be great or anything, but I think it'll be interesting, which is more than I can say for a lot of the movies I've seen lately.
What about what's the one I just saw? Cold Storage. I can't believe how much I enjoyed this trailer, Jeff. Did you get a chance to see this one?
When does that come out?
I think it's next year.
Oh.
But the trailer was so much fun. It was like Death Proof, but with a bit of comedy in it. So
it reminded me of like Zombieland.
Yeah, Zombieland energy for sure.
I mean that could be a fun January, February release or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get my expectations too high for that.
Yeah.
What were some of the others?
We had a new Marty Supreme one, which I think looked great.
Yeah, I mean, you can cut a good trailer from that movie.
I think it was much more of the movie than the first trailer was. I think it gave us a better.
Very curious what the response to Marty Supreme is once it starts screening for more.
Yeah, which is next week, from what I saw the invites in LA. Wuthering Heights, the new Wuthering Heights trailer gave us much more of the film. It was a full official trailer. It looks like Taylor Swift made the movie, for God's sakes. What do you think?
It looks very female. I just cannot imagine too many guys being excited to go see Wuthering Heights. I don't care if it's the greatest love story ever.
I can't see too many straight guys going to see that movie without a girlfriend. You know?
Visually, it looks sumptuous, and I'm sure I've heard good things about the movie. I heard it.
Oh, good.
Did turn out well, but
okay.
I can't say I'm terribly excited. I saw people say this, and I agree with it. Margot Robbie just does not have a face for period movies.
I agree. Yeah. Also, and listen, I want to make sure I say this comment correctly because I know it can be misconstrued. I feel like maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know, Jeff. I remember the story from the TNT movie, I think, with Juliette Binoche and Ralph Fiennes. I don't know how many years this character is supposed to be. She's 35 in real life, Margot Robbie, but some of those young scenes, she looks too old to play the young version of the character. So that to me kind of took me out of the trailer a little bit. Elordi's much more, of course, in the age range.
Should have gotten Samara Weaving.
I think Samara's not that much younger, is she? And listen, I'm not saying Margot can't play these kinds of roles. I want to make it clear. She is, she's
like, be too damn old.
35 is young. I'm not saying 35 is old. I'm just saying I think the character's supposed to be 16, 17 in the book. And if she's playing her at 16 and 17 in some of these scenes, I don't buy it. So that's the thing in my head, So, but I mean, Samara's only 2 years younger, so we're not going to get that much different.
I heard that this is Emerald's best film yet. But
great. I love her. So, yeah. Mike Joyce says I'm straight, and I'm definitely going to go see it. All right, Mike. Shout out to you, buddy boy. And then there was anything else? No. Devil Wears Prada 2 teaser. Yeah, fine. Yes. Okay. I'm sure that'll make money.
Do very well. I wonder if Michael will move up a week to give it more space from Devil Wears Prada 2. Because that's coming out a week after Michael.
Yeah. Oof. What about the Kill Bill is 4 hours and 41 minutes, man. Are we getting ourselves an intermission, Jeff? What's this all about?
I think that there will be a 15-minute intermission, but I could sit there all fucking day. I don't care. I think there may be more footage that's added.
Yeah, because it seems like that's longer than the two movies combined.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we'll see. And then Avatar is 3 hours and 15 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Long fucking movie, dude. Like, yeah, Jimbo, what are we doing here, bro?
He doesn't do intermissions either. So,
no.
Not even Titanic had an intermission from what I remember. So. All right, we'll see.
Just an intermission on VHS when you had to change the tapes.
That's right. Well, here's our intermission. We're going to get into the questions. Again, we're at 26. If we get to 50, I will tell you the Doomsday Scoop. If not, we'll have to save it for another time. Let's get into it. Dr. Radio says, Jeff, any court recommendations to hoop at? My court sucks. Are you in LA? Jeff has recommendations in LA. Maybe Boston. Go ahead, Jeff.
Any court recs to hoop at? My court sucks. I mean, I'm not really like I know where all like the games are around town or what the best court is. Yeah, I mean, I play with a bunch of comedians. Kind of a closed game, Dr. Radio, but if you got game, let me know, because maybe then I'll show up with you one Saturday morning and be like, this dude's on my team.
YMCA in town in LA, from what I remember, had a really good courts. I used to play in the indoor courts all the time. And then I think the 24-hour fitness over there on Vine has a good court as well. You
got to find, though, like a game that you fit into, right?
Yeah, right, 100%.
Show up on Venice Beach and be like, all right, guys, put me in. Like,
let's go, guys.
Yeah, these guys can ball.
Mr. Penguin says, so with the Brainiac announcement and Man of Tomorrow filming around the same time as the Batman 2, can we expect to get some sort of casting announcements for the Batman 2 soon? Thanks. Hope you both have a great day and love the show.
Yes,
we will, right, Jeff?
I think you're going to start hearing stuff real soon on both of them. And my concern is, what if they overlap?
Ooh.
What if Reeves and Gunn, who are both casting a movie at the same time, want the same actor?
Right. Colin Farrell.
Who wins that one? I guess the actor will then get to decide which part they would want. But I don't know. Just interesting that both these guys are going to be putting together movies at roughly the same time.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's interesting. Wiley Todd says, now you see me, now you don't. Stunk. Worst one of the all-time movies. Felt like a TV show pilot, lost all its charm. Now waiting to see Running Man. Oh, so Wiley didn't like the third installment.
Bummer. I mean, I'm a big magic guy, so I'm curious about some of like the illusions and things like that. But yeah, Justice Smith and Ariana Greenblatt, I'm like, no, I do not care about the two of them.
I've never seen any of these movies. Are they worth it? Have you seen the first two? Are they worth it to watch?
The first one was okay.
Okay.
They have decent chemistry, the four of them. And now it's just like any star who's been in these movies pops up in the third one. I understand. I don't know. I like magic as a crux of a heist, but no, you're probably safe missing them.
I'm just shocked that these have made 300 million plus, both of them. It's shocking.
Yeah.
Max Lott says all Oz Perkins films are just style and atmosphere with bad stories. He shot Keeper during the strikes and experimented a lot with no script. Thoughts on Nicole Kidman joining his new film? Nicole likes to challenge herself. I'm not surprised by that, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean that movie sounds interesting. The young people. He's got a decent little cast that he assembled for that. Yeah, Keeper does feel like a movie that you would shoot during the strikes, and the script is thin. First draft or whatever. I don't know, man. Like, I think it looks cool, and I like the trailers, right? With like here's the female perspective, here's the male perspective. But yeah, I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, fair. DeLune says, who is a great actor you think was robbed from being a big movie star? I always thought Ashley Judd should have been bigger movie star, but was hindered. Yeah, that was a Weinstein accusation for sure. She said that for years, that Weinstein buried her in the 90s when she was coming up because she wouldn't sleep with him.
She had a great run.
Yeah.
You really think Ashley Judd would have been like a big movie star?
I think there was possibilities to keep appearing in bigger movies. That's the shame of it. Like, she could have easily had a nice career. She could have had a Sandra Bullock career or, that kind of thing. I'll tell you one who I thought.
I don't think so, dude.
You don't think so, really? Okay.
She's not Sandra Bullock.
Actually,
and I like her. I like Kiss the Girls. I love her in Heat. Like,
yeah.
But I don't really.
I think she's got more edge than Sandra.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she does too. But Sandra wasn't doing movies with edge. She was making Miss Congeniality and The Proposal, and I don't think Ashley Judd would have been as successmuch with those same movies.
Yeah, no, she's not a really rom-com person. It's like Someone Like You and the other one, like she wasn't. It's not really her thing. She's a much more like independent movie type of energy, even though she was in bigger films, right?
I don't know if he was a great actor, and maybe he could have been a great actor. But he was certainly robbed from being a big movie star. He'd be making $20 million a movie these days.
Okay.
And that man's name is Brandon Lee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And the other guy who I'll say I think is a great actor who is really on the rise, and I think he would have done some pretty cool shit, Franco.
Oh, James Franco, right.
I mean, it's hard to say he was robbed. He robbed himself.
Robbed himself, right, exactly.
He was on the way, I think.
I saw that series on Netflix with Eric Bana, and I just like him as an actor, dude. And it's a shame that things didn't quite work out for him to be a big star, because he's a really good actor. He's a damn good, solid actor. I've never seen him not deliver a good performance.
Yeah,
and there's always levels to what he does. He isn't just phoning it in.
He is. He's a good actor. I don't think he's like a movie star.
No, you're right. I mean, they tried to make Josh Lucas a movie star. They tried to make Jai Courtney a movie star. They tried to make Sam Worthington a movie star. I mean, you could argue Sam is, I guess, because of Avatar, but I don't really think that's the same. But yeah, all right. Max Lott says, what's Rocha watching on the film portal? Thoughts on Sentimental Value, Jay Kelly, Blue Moon, and Rocha Frankenstein? Are you a fan of monster movies? I haven't gotten to Sentimental Value yet. That's on my list. Blue Moon either. And Jay Kelly isn't on the CCA portal yet, so I don't know. Frankenstein I've seen twice now, and I'm going to watch again on Netflix. I love it. It's a John Rocha movie. It is grandiose. It is operatic. It is too much at times, and it's slightly too long-winded. And I don't give a fuck because I love it, and it's my kind of style. And I love the cinematography, the set design. My only issue is Mia Goth, who I think is underwritten. The role should have been stronger, and I think you should have cast someone else to play. Even though she claims the role was written for her, I think they should have cast someone else in that role. And I love Elordi. I think Elordi should have a nomination, even though I don't think they're going to give it to him. He's fantastic in the film. So that's my thoughts on Frankenstein. But we'll see on the other ones. I'm definitely going to watch a lot of stuff over the next few days. Brian O'Neill, John, did you see the World Cup qualifying results for today? I did. Ireland beating Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo getting a red card. Fuck Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's great. They're 5th ranked in the world. We're 62nd. I know. Amazing victory for you guys, man. Bully for you guys. Doug Developer, so excited for Annie Hall next month on the Cinephiles. Thank you. I'm looking forward to listening to Rocha, the relationship counselor. Jesus, because we need the eggs, right? Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Do you like Annie Hall, Jeff? You're not a Woody Allen person, are you, Jeff? It's not your jam, Woody Allen?
Yeah, not a huge Woody Allen guy. I liked Annie Hall. I always liked Manhattan a little bit. Yeah.
I think that's his greatest movie. I don't think he's ever beaten Manhattan, in my opinion.
If you ask me, like, my favorite Woody Allen movie, I'm like a huge Match Point guy.
Oh, yeah.
Match Point is a terrific movie.
Well, you like that because it's got that mystery thriller aspect to it.
But yeah, it's not like a traditional Woody Allen comedy.
Yeah. I think Zelig is one of the greatest films I've ever seen, greatest comedies I've ever seen.
What does this mean, John? Is Jeff twicking? What is that? What is that a term that the kids use?
I don't know what twicking means. It might be out of my... Someone explain it.
Tweaking?
Tweaking, maybe. Samo says, what I meant to say on last week's show was, will Mandalorian and Grogu benefit more now that the Grand Theft Auto 5 release got moved from late May to November? Jeff? Yeah, it matters. The release of the video game?
Not really, but I mean, I guess that it just means that there won't be people who are just like, I'm playing GTA 5 all weekend. Oh, the game's not out? Take the control out of my hand? Oh, there's a Star Wars movie out? Okay, maybe I'll go check it out. So, yes, I mean, technically, Sam, if there's one less thing to distract us...
Yeah, I guess.
I guess Mandalorian and Grogu benefits, but people could also just be like, it's May. It's a beautiful day out. I'm going to stay outside and not go to a movie.
It's going to be May. Matt Sister McCall says, update on the Patriots hoodie. The theater did not recover it. I bet a stinking Jets fan stole it. And Jeff, NFL team you hate the most? It is the Steelers for me.
Ooh, the NFL team I hate the most. That's tough.
Who do you hate the most?
I think it's the Jets.
Wow.
But it might be
the Jets. They never challenge you.
Because they suck. I think it's the Colts also. It's the Jets or the Colts for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Peyton. I'm sure you hated Peyton Manning. Oh, my God. I'm sure you hated it.
I just saw like didn't they flag us? Didn't they do Spygate?
Yeah, the balls. Yeah, well, that was all.
The Colts.
Speaking of awards, sports real quick, by the way, Shea Ohtani, unanimous NL MVP, 4th win in 5 seasons. Wow. That's amazing.
Fourth MVP win in 5 seasons?
4th MVP win on the National League side. The National League.
All right. Wacky
Wally 8 says, you Brainiacs deserve all the love. Thank you.
You with that photo, you look like you could be Brainiac.
Fredtastic says, is that what the mask is? I thought it was for Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. This? No.
What?
I don't know what that means. Max Law says, Emerald Fennel gets tons of hate online, but I do think Wuthering Heights will be successful financially. Hope it's good because of the great marketing. Really? Emerald gets hate online? I have never seen that. Really?
I don't really sense that she gets a lot of shit online.
Yeah, no, I don't think she's big enough to get enough shit online. You know? Yeah. Like Greta Gerwig is bigger than Emerald Fennel. I would think she would get some shit online. But I don't know. Maybe in the nerd movie chat rooms it happens.
Wuthering Heights has a very expensive budget, but I mean, we could have said that about a lot of Warner Brothers movies over the last year, and they keep pulling wins out of their ass. So I will go with you and say that it will be successful.
Miguel Zion says, hey, y'all, if y'all are going to give your own Oscar award, it's not necessarily based on awards buzz or festival influence. Who are y'all in personal top 5 best male and female performances of the year? Thanks. That's a big one, man. I don't know if we can.
$13.99? You asked me a big question like that for $13.99?
I'm just saying that it's a lot. It's a lot.
One or two of your favorite.
1 or 2 best male performances of the year? Hold on. I have to look because I don't have that like dialed up, bro. You have some? You have?
I mean, Will Arnett is really terrific and is this thing on.
Okay.
Again, Pillion is a very small movie that got a 1-week qualifying release in Santa Clarita, but it will be out in February, and that really had terrific performances. I still think Jai Courtney in Dangerous Animals is an incredible performance.
IFC just sent me the screener for that, so I'm finally going to watch it.
You should watch that. He's great. And then, I mean, it's not – I don't think it's maybe the best performance of his, but in terms of all the awards movies, I just think The Lost Bus is really good.
Yeah, that one's going to get lost. Right?
Oh, totally. It's already lost.
Yeah.
That is a movie that actually delivered for me this season.
I would say Oscar Isaac and Frankenstein for right now. I haven't seen Ballad of a Small Player, which is on Netflix. I'm going to catch that soon. I didn't see Anonymity, so I don't know about Daniel Day. Dwayne Johnson, Smasher Machine for sure. I thought he was great. Go ahead.
Did you see the Rose Byrne movie?
Not yet. No, I just got the emails. We were doing the show that it's on the app, so I'll watch that one as well. I've heard she's excellent. I like DiCaprio in One Battle. I like Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, so I would definitely throw them in the mix. But you're catching me where I haven't seen a lot of the big movies that are coming out this fall yet. So some of these are just from earlier in the year, right? So I haven't seen too many people, especially on the women's side of things. I guess Chase Infinity was a damn good performance. Laura Dern, is this thing on? That scene in the club, dude, when you have that twist happen and she stays, that is some incredible facial acting that she's doing.
She was really good.
Really? That's when you're an actor watching another act and you're seeing the things they're doing. It's like you people do not appreciate what the fuck she's doing. It's amazing what she's doing.
Did you see Roofman?
Which one? Roofman? No, I haven't seen Roofman yet. Did you see Hedda? You're not even going to see Hedda, are you? Are you going to give Hedda a chance?
The lesbian movie?
It's not. Is it? I don't know. Julia Roberts, After the Hunt. I would put her in the mix. That was a great performance. Maybe my favorite performance of her entire career. Thank you, Derek. He said you can split this up 5 times, get the audience to 30. Next time, John, give us a dollar amount. Dang, man. Okay, I will. Next time I'll do that. I'll do that, Dan. Thank you, Derek. You're the best, man.
You guys don't know how good you have it with Derek here supporting. He's carrying you.
It's true. He's carrying you guys. Dennis Hoffman, Predator Badlands was a great time. Does Trachtenberg do another Predator, or does Paramount recruit him for Trek? Ooh, shit.
Wouldn't be bad, Dennis. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
I think Trachtenberg sticks around to finish what he started.
Yes,
but I think he's ready to take the next step. I think he's ready for something big.
Maybe one more Predator film to kind of wrap things up with his story, and then moving on to Star Trek. I'd love that. I would love that.
He's not a bad choice for Star Trek. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Miguel Zion, speaking of Nolan, which of his films are y'all's favorites? After the Odyssey, what do y'all think he's going to do next? Any wishes? Epic horror crime?
It's going to go back to Batman. We're going to do another Batman. There's going to be 5 Batmans up there. Matt Reeves gets the Batman. Oliver Stone's doing a Batman.
You know what would be amazing to fucking strong arm Gunn is to come out in an interview of Nolan saying he wants to come back and do a Batman. Watch James Gunn tap dance through that if Nolan ever said that. So Interstellar, The Prestige, certainly.
Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, Dark Knight, of course, yeah.
What do I think he'll do next? Let me see.
Heat 2.
I think he'll do a horror movie. I think that'd be cool. I actually think, you know what? If anybody could get this movie made, it would be Christopher Nolan. And that movie, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Ready for it? Any guesses?
Oppenheimer 2. No, what? What do you got?
We'll get Tom Cruise back in it.
Christopher, you think he's going to do Top Gun 3?
Nope.
Oh. Mission Impossible?
At the Mountains of Madness.
Oh, wow.
Could Christopher Nolan,
if anybody could do it, it's him.
Anybody could do it. Could Christopher Nolan go do Mountains of Madness?
100%.
Cruise?
Yep. Yeah, I could see that. Obviously, Oppenheimer. I like that. And I like Insomnia. I'll defend Insomnia. I can't see out there. Drew Salazar, the Oscars have changed so much and members are much younger than that. None of the films in contention this year give, quote, Oscar movie. Not a slight against some really good movies this year, though. I have to disagree because too much people, Jeff, the public has changed. These movies would have been making a lot of money 20 years ago, but the public has changed. They've moved away from appreciating independent films or smaller films or films that are like character studies. They don't go to see those in the theater as strongly as they did in the past. So the films that you say are, these avant-garde, nobody goes to see these films that are nominated. Those are the same films that would have been nominated 20 years ago. It's just the public has changed in their tastes, in my opinion. Your thoughts?
I mean, I'm glad that the Oscars have been opened up a little bit.
Me too.
The voting body, and it's more inclusive and it's more international and it is younger. I think these are all good things. But yeah, with it comes a shift in taste, and I can't say I've liked the shift in taste, and it doesn't mean, I liked it better when, the Academy was all older white guys.
No.
But I think that the movies that the older white guys voted in, so to speak, happen to be better movies than the movies that are chosen these days.
As Nora Desmond once said, it wasn't me that got small, it was the pictures. Yeah. Jared says that Jared J, 12/9/25, Dogma. Finally something I'm looking forward to on digital. God, I wish I loved the movie the way people love that movie. I wish I did.
Okay. I don't mind Dogma. I just don't love it.
Yeah, I don't either. John Pepea Claus Escapes says, what's a memory that shaped your personality? Being bullied, being chased out of a soccer practice when I was 10 years old by a bunch of bullies. That changed me and eventually led to me, changing my life. Jeff?
Sleeping with a friend's mom at 15. That'll do it. That'll do a number on you.
That explains so much. Alex, per usual, Derek is an absolute gem. Shout out to Jeff for being the person I see on my TV screen several times a week and say, yep, that's the take.
Thank you, Alex. Full of takes here. You want to take? You want to take here?
Ew. Wiley Todd says, Edgar Wright is my favorite director. I know he doesn't work for everyone, but I like every movie of his. Wow. I love him because his use of soundtrack. Do you like every movie's Vega writes? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Wouldn't either. But his use of soundtracks is really good. You're right about that one. I know you're a music supervisor, so you're more attuned to that for sure. Sensitive Brooklyn says, what makes more Doom? What makes more Doom, Dune, or Spider-Man versus Odyssey?
It's a tough question. All right, let me think. Let me do the math here.
Is that Doom? He means Doomsday, right? Is that what he's trying to say? Doomsday versus Doom?
Yeah.
I think Doomsday makes more than Dune for sure.
No. I think he's saying combined.
Oh, so combined.
Doom and Doomsday and Dune, or Spider-Man and Odyssey.
Spider-Man Odyssey, hands down. So. Dune's never broken $1 billion, Jeff.
So what though? If Doomsday could do $2 billion.
I guess you're right.
I think I'd go Dune.
Okay. Sensitive. Mark this tweet down this post.
Good question. I like that question though.
We got to revisit that down the road. I like that. Yeah.
Well, let me do it this way.
Okay.
Do a draft of those 4 titles. Doomsday is 1, right?
Doomsday unquestionably 1.
Box office, and then Dune 3 is number 4, right?
Probably yes.
So it's a 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, a classic split scenario there. Yeah, it's all about what you think that the high is and what you think the low is.
Because if Doomsday comes out and it's mixed reception, that is going to sink the box office.
I don't think that matters.
I think it will. Garrison, thank you, Garrison, and shout out to the Knowles, even though we sucked this year. Man, Sister McCall, who likely wins Best Supporting Actor between Ben Foster, Sean Penn, Jacob Elordi? I hate the Now You See Me franchise so much. I'd rather watch Gabby's Dollhouse. I don't even think those 3 are going to be fully nominated, Jeff.
Yeah, I think I don't think Ben Foster will be nominated. I think that'll be tough. As good as he was in Christie. No, I think it's between Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, for Sentimental.
And Benicio.
I don't even think he's going to be nominated.
I know. Don't we have that bet?
Yes, we do.
I think Benicio is going to perform better this year than Sean Penn.
Wow.
That's the character people really like. The character people love quoting.
Yeah.
It's just such a great supporting performance, right?
Variety has William H. Macy from Train Dreams. Do you agree? Do you think he should be in top 5?
Dude, I thought about that last night. That is an insane suggestion. No way.
Okay. All right.
He just like mumbles some stuff. He's just like Mumbles McGee in this movie.
Sure.
Yeah, like what?
Okay. All right.
No.
Dancing Dogs, this is Jeff. Do you remember the Sherry 1, 2, 3, the Charles Cinema, the 57, the Circle Cinema, the Paris, Copley Cinema, the Saxon Good Times in Boston?
I remember some of those. Yes. Circle Cinema, yes. Copley Cinema, yes. I don't think I remember the others.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Boston. Listen, there's 4 great movie cities to me, right?
Boston.
You've got LA and New York.
Yes.
And I think the other 2 are Boston and Chicago.
Yeah. I agree with that. Dancing Dog 60. Jeff, any word on Happy Death Day 3?
No. No, there's not. What a random question.
I love it. Jay Scoots, any word on the future of the Planet of the Apes franchise? Wes Ball is busy with Zelda. Wouldn't mind a Noah Hawley FX series despite the budget limits. It feels like they're putting that one on ice for a little bit, Jeff, doesn't it? There's been like no development. You would think as well as that was received, they'd immediately be working on a sequel.
I think you'll get some news on Apes soon. I think that they have somebody.
Oh.
I think they have somebody.
So it won't be, you don't think it'll be Wes coming back because of Zelda? Okay.
No, he's not back.
Okay.
I've asked about that, yeah. And it's not the other person, I was told. So, but yeah, I think that they do have somebody in mind for that. So we'll probably find out who it is in the next month or 2.
Okay. Donald says, has enough time passed by for people to forgive Cuba Gooding Jr.? And if so, what upcoming 2026 film would you like to see him in? What's the...
He like groped somebody.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, sorry. I forgot about that. I thought it was the Oscar.
Just forgive Cuba Gooding Jr. for being a try or like
for the Oscar thing from him jumping up and down on the stage.
I mean, he was kind of barely in the business, right? Like,
yeah.
I could forgive Cuba Gooding Jr., I suppose, but
yeah, I don't think it's
and what reward him with a job, like
I mean, Black Panther 3 seems to be sitting right there. He could be in that.
Sure, okay.
I could see.
What upcoming 2026 film would I like to see him in?
I mean, he's in 8 films coming out. He's going to be in Dog Patrol, and he's got 5 other films for next year. So, I mean, he's working.
I'd like to see Tarantino do something with him.
Oh, yeah. That's great. 100%. 100% agreed. Robert Sanchez, doing my part so we can get you a Doomsday scoop. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, we got there. We're over 53, so we're here. All right, I'll break it a little bit later for sure. Jeff, when will Nate Parker be uncanceled? Dancing Dog 60. Nate Parker. I don't know who Nate Parker is. I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Who is that?
Birth of a Nation.
Oh, yes. Right. Damn.
I mean,
damn, right.
I don't know if he'll ever be uncanceled or if it's just like, dude, you miss your window, right? You get a chance, the world comes at you fast, you blow it or fumble it, something comes out from your past, and that's it. Like the industry moves on. There's a new class of young black actors, especially nowadays. He may continue to make movies as a director and then cast himself in them, but as like an actor for hire, I don't see him getting a lot of big parts.
He's only done 1 film since Birth of a Nation, and then he wrote and directed a short. But the thing is, it wasn't just like a situation that was bad back in college. There was like other things that happened afterwards that were connected to that just kind of damn
bad.
Yeah, that Shadow Fallout Season 2 also had a new trailer, and as a Fallout fan, I'm excited for that. Also, Jeff and John, do you recommend The Beast Inside Me show? Yeah, that just dropped on Netflix today, Jeff. I haven't seen anything. Have you seen it?
I did see it. I do not recommend it. It was disappointing. 2 great actors, Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys, but kind of playing a very blah game of cat and mouse. I think that the trades were spot on there.
Did we get the full body cry? I want to see it, the full body.
There's a lot of Claire Danes crying. Yes, a lot of the face. And Fallout Season 2. Looking forward to that coming back.
Yeah, the trailer was great. I did a reaction. If you didn't know, Dance Dog's on the trailer. It's on that Shadow. It's on the channel right now. I love that season, and that trailer looks great. Whatever happened to Greg Kinnear? Asks Dancing Dog 60.
He was just in Smoke with Taron Egerton. I thought he was pretty good. So
there you go.
He's around.
Is that Plague film good? Did you see that? The Plague. I
did see the Plague. I like the Plague.
Okay,
it was okay.
I'm gonna watch it. If Wendy stays healthy, how many titles? If Wendy stays healthy, how many titles? What does that mean?
Wemby.
Oh, Wemby. Oh, okay.
3 titles. He's huge.
Yeah, I see. It's the San Antonio pedigree, right? I mean, at least 3 titles. I think that's fair. I don't even know who the Spurs coach is because I know it's not Popovich. I don't even know who the Spurs coach is right now, but they're killing it right now. They're in the top of the West. Fiona George, what do you think happened with Ruby Rose and Sydney Sweeney behind the scenes to go at her the way she did, or do you think it was more to do with recent controversies?
Hey, jealousy.
Yeah, I just think it's more Ruby. Ruby's a pretty liberal person, and she's from the LGBTQ plus community, and I bet she felt a bit offended that as someone who is straight from the MAGA side of things took on an iconic role like Christy Martin.
How dare these straight actors?
So she was pissed off about that. And it's not like Ruby's known for being a wallflower. So, Doug Developer, is there any film in which you agreed with its message but didn't like the film overall because it was too one-sided? For example, Ebert agreed with John Q's healthcare message, but he hated the film. Yeah, John Q was not a good one.
I didn't mind John Q.
Okay.
A movie I agreed with its message but didn't like the film.
Don't Look Up. I agreed with the message of Don't Look Up. That film drove me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll go with that one.
I would also say, what's the one with Jeff Bridges and Jonah, The Contender or whatever it was? Like that was I understand what they were going for, but they went too far left. It drove me insane. Fantastic 314, The Mask for V for Vendetta. When I see it, I sing Scaramouche, Scaramouche. But I don't Is that in the video? I don't know why he's saying that. I don't know what that means.
I guess it kind of fits that mask, that word, but
okay. Kai says the Running Man, what a disappointment. Awful. Yeah. I know, man. I know. Geeky Lawrence.
3.5 hours.
Yeah. Geeky Lawrence 2007. Good evening, gents. Any thoughts on Peacock's cancellation of Poker Face? But Rian Johnson is shopping the series around with a new lead. Yeah, the rumor is Peter Dinklage. That's what was announced on social media. I'm sad it got canceled, but Jeff, you kind of had alluded to the fact a year or two ago that like Ryan wasn't the biggest fan of coming back to do a season 2. So this seems inevitable. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I had heard that, but you know, and then they came back and did season 2 and it wasn't half bad. I mean, I wonder if there's a thing with him and Natasha. I mean, it just seems like something you would say before a show, like, hey, we're going to be doing 2 seasons with Natasha and then mixing it up. So it just feels like a weird thing to say after 2 years. Like, why are they getting rid of her? Is it that they like the show and the format and the writing and the team, they just need a bigger star than Natasha Lyonne?
And I feel like Natasha is like an acquired taste. Like you have to kind of be okay with how Natasha. Huh? Say it.
I get that feeling too, and so I wonder if there was something behind the scenes with them. But you know, I like the idea of Dinklage taking over and also just taking over as Charlie Cale, like not even giving him like another name. Literally just playing the same character.
Yeah.
No, I hope that they find a home for it, but part of me would be a little bit surprised. Like, not a lot of places are picking up Peacock's leftovers.
Yeah. And I imagine it's not. Yeah. I mean, and this makes sense, right, Jeff? Like they're making these moves to get Tyler Sheridan. Some stuff has to get cut to make space for other stuff and to save some money. And certainly, I bet Poker Face season 2 didn't quite have the same numbers, so they'd have kept going with the show.
It didn't. It didn't have the same numbers. I just.
Yeah. And I have to believe Natasha's growing. She's producing more stuff. She's running that AI situation. Like she's a louder voice in the room now. And maybe Ryan's like, you know what? I'm good. Go do your thing. I need to be with someone who's cool with the way I'm doing things.
I wonder though if this is like a way for them to save face. So like rather than saying we're canceling the show, it's going to be like, actually, we're doing a creative overhaul. But like we know full well this isn't going anywhere. You know,
right.
We'll see.
Save Poker Face. Evelyn says Jeff Brainiac is an alien mastermind with a calm, precise presence, emotionless, and is obsessed with control and domination. Who do you cast, Jeff?
Obsessed with control and domination. Me. No, you get the BTK killer. You get him out of jail.
What?
BTK plays Brainiac. Calm, precise, presence, emotionless, obsessed with control and domination.
And remember, you got to fit in the James Gunn approach to the Superman saga, which is like that little serious but tongue-in-cheek as well.
Is he a white guy?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a white guy. Like I just feel like that's probably where they're going to go, even though they could get away with it, you know, like with Zoe Saldana and putting him in the green makeup. But I mean, I was thinking of Mindhunter. Jonathan Groff could be an interesting. I don't think he's big enough to play it, but he could play it.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Mr. Dev Patel.
Ooh, Dev Patel would be good. I like Dev Patel in the role. What about who you just saw in Train Dreams? What about Edgerton as Brainiac? No? All right. No. Sydney Hogarth. Hi, guys. Any truth to a third Guy Ritchie Sherlock in the works? Ever seen a New Zealand horror film called The Irrefutable Truth About Demons? Uneven but fun, in my opinion. I've never even heard of that movie.
Never heard of it, but thanks for putting it on my radar, Sydney. Yeah. Haven't heard much about a third Sherlock movie in the works. Seems like Guy Ritchie is doing everything but Sherlock, but maybe it's just a case of Downey being busy with Avengers for the next couple of years, and then after Avengers, and once he like gets back on top, maybe they're like, oh, let's do Sherlock Holmes.
And we'd heard for years that a certain friend in the Schmodown had been working on a third Sherlock Holmes movie with Guy Ritchie, and it hasn't happened yet. So it may still be in production.
His initials EE?
Yeah, possibly. Yes.
I'm having breakfast with EE next week. So
have I never beaten EE? Yeah. Wayne Edwards. What's up, fellas? We are going back to the theater for a double feature this weekend. I want to see Begonia. What would you suggest for the second film to see right after?
See Begonia twice, Wayne.
Go see Back to the Future. Go see Back to the Future.
Jesus, this weekend. What else is in theaters right now? I don't even know. Let me see.
See Superman again. No, go see Predator Badlands if you haven't seen it. Go see that as it 1-2.
Yeah, that could be fun. But are there like, what about Wake Up Dead Man? Like, I guess it depends where you live. I think Wake Up Dead Man's playing in theaters now.
Is it really?
Like select theaters, not AMC.
Okay.
But yeah, because that's going to be on Netflix, I think, by Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I wonder if I missed my screen. I'm going to miss my screen. I don't know. Today, November 13th. Yeah, it's on the agenda. Is that the end? Is that right? Is it at the end? No. November 25th is when it comes out here. Oh, okay. All right. I got a little ways to wait. Derek, thank you, Derek, for another kind donation. Here's another 20 for the audience. Hope this pushes it over the edge. Thank you, Derek.
Derek, you're too kind. We don't deserve you, Derek.
We don't. Kai, Jeff, has Sinners grown on you? Michael and Delroy Lindo?
I haven't watched it again, so I can't say it's grown on me, but in terms of like what I think of its Oscar chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grown a lot, right? Because before it's April, and I'm like, Sinners isn't going to win Best Picture. Look at these 40 awards movies that are coming out. There's no way it's going to be better than all those movies. Well, guess what? I've seen 35 of those movies, and they weren't very good. So Sinners is definitely going to be Best Picture nominated, and it may be the last one standing. We'll see.
Yeah. Although that Marty Supreme trailer has won me over, man. So we'll see.
I mean, Marty's good, but you'll see. Delroy is looking better each day, I think.
I wish he'd get a nomination.
I think he's gonna be right on the bubble, right on the edge.
Yeah, we're about to get the campaigns, right? They're about to start to ramp up with the nominations and all of that. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
DJ Vega, advice for an aspiring actor trying to get an agent. I'm 23 and feel confident after a year of classes. Netflix is opening a facility 30 minutes from me. Here's my advice. Be very clear about what you want. Be respectful, but don't be a pushover. And don't be afraid to be confident. Agents may bristle at your confidence, but that's not the agent for you. You want an agent that wants to believe in you believing in yourself. And that's what I would say as someone who made mistakes in the past with agents. You want someone who believes in you and understands what you want. And when they are sending you stuff you don't want to be in, make sure you let them know so they don't waste their time sending you stuff you don't want to do. And you don't waste your time trying to talk yourself into doing stuff you don't want to do because that's you're not going to bring out your best work.
Find somebody young and hungry, someone who's going to hustle and pound the pavement and stay up and read the scripts because they don't have a kid yet.
Yes.
Like some of the older agents, they're not vacationing all the time because they're still young and building up their bank account.
True.
You want to grow in this industry with them.
Yeah.
So that if they get a job, if they go from a tiny boutique agency and then they get recognized and they make the leap to a larger agency, they bring you with them.
Yep.
But yeah, don't be afraid to start small.
Yeah. That Shadow says, what are you guys' thoughts on Sons of Anarchy? I asked because Kurt Sutter is doing another biker show at Apple with Jason Momoa. Yeah, it's set in New Zealand. I never saw Sons of Anarchy. Jeff?
Yeah, not a Sons of Anarchy guy, but my dad loved it. Kroll loved it. Named his kid after Jax. So,
oh, wow.
It sounds like it's a cool show. But bikers aren't really my thing, even though I've been praising Pillion to the heavens.
I'm with you. I'm not a biker or gang type of show guy.
Do you watch the Bike Riders? Because I didn't love the Bike Riders either.
I still haven't made myself watch that because of the biker gang aspect to it.
Yeah.
Alex says the only reason this gay man will be seeing Wuthering Heights is because of Charlie XCX and John Cale of the legendary Velvet Underground. Well, Charlie's doing the soundtrack, so that makes sense.
Yeah, music I think will be good for sure.
It'll be another Brat Summer. Charlie XCX. Max Sloth says Devil Wears Prada 2 looks like a hit. Will Practical Magic 2 do the same? Is it a similar fan base?
I do think it's a similar fan base. I don't think it'll be quite as big a hit as Devil Wears Prada, but
yeah,
it'll probably be a good bet by Warner Brothers, even though it's something I have very little interest in.
Yeah, me too. Derek Johnson again. Thank you, Derek. Jesus, here's some more support. Love the chat. Love the show. Keep doing what you do. Thank you, Derek.
500 bills today.
I mean, we won't see that money for a month and a half, but thank you very much for sending it in, Derek. The little Yankee says support, hoping the Jets beat the Pats tonight. Hashtag all rise for the repeat AL MVP. New York versus Boston aside. Thanks for all you do, Jeff and Rocha.
I read all rise as all's fair for what is it?
The Kardashian show.
Dude, that thing is getting torn apart.
As well it should. Alex says, I agree with John in full. 20 years ago when I was a senior in high school, my friends and I drove 45 minutes to see Brokeback in an independent theater. That's now a parking lot. Sadly, this is no more. Yeah. Those smaller independent films, it's harder and harder to get across the line with the public because they can just wait at home and watch it then. Dancing Dog 60. Jeff, any word on if RDJ uses an accent as Doom?
No idea.
Okay.
I would assume he does.
Right.
Some sort of accent, because otherwise he's just going to sound like Tony Stark.
There you go. Dancer Jeff, is Blumhouse doing a Halloween again? I haven't heard
anything. I doubt it. I'd be surprised. Just those last movies were bad. I don't know what their deal entails, what the rights situation is, or anything like that. So
not received well. Alex says, Collider reported earlier this year that Landon said Happy Death Day 3 is in the works. Not so random for those of us that want it.
Oh, it's random. Make no mistake. You're asking me to recall some random Collider story from earlier this year where they talked to Chris Landon. Yeah, that didn't make it onto my radar. Sorry. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, the sequels have not been treating Blumhouse terribly well.
Yeah.
And I don't think Happy Death Day 1 or 2 is a huge success anyways.
Yeah.
But sure, 3's in the works. Okay.
Chris A. Rocha, have you seen When Trumpets Fade? If not, please watch it. Spielberg almost did it instead of Saving Private Ryan. It's my favorite war film. Yeah, I remember that one. It's a TV movie, though, with Ron Eldard from The Core.
Ooh.
So, yeah, 97, though. I'll catch it. I'll try to watch it one day for sure. Thank you for the suggestion, Chris. I love the Avatar, by the way. Miguel Zion. Jeff, would you do a more detailed notes on a screenplay for $200, like commenting on story and sequences? You said $100 for the notes. Y'all are great.
Yes. Email me.
There you go.
Gmail.
Honest question, Derek Johnson. With every character at DC's disposal, we think a Jimmy Olsen show is hitting the right spot. People still ask where Batman was in The Penguin, and that show was led by a star in a gritty atmosphere. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Jimmy Olsen show as a thing right now, because, yeah, people are going to ask where Superman is. But, you know, it's a TV series, so I'm not expecting too much. I don't think it's the right move, but it prolongs things, and James can put in stuff he wants for Man of Tomorrow. Jeff?
Yeah, no, I like it. Again, you could keep doing... there's a whole world of DC characters, right? But they haven't been introduced yet. And I think that the goal is to use what we did and spin off from that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There weren't really a whole lot of other options.
Yeah. Dancing Dog 60, The Departed got one thing wrong about Boston. There's no more adult houses or combat zone in Boston. So that theater scene is bogus. Okay.
Dancing Dog's a little bit older, I can tell. He's a little bit of an older guy.
That was set in the 70s, though. So it wasn't set in modern day, I don't think.
What?
Wasn't it? Set in the 70s?
In the 70s are cell phones.
Oh, there are cell phones. You're right. Shit, my bad. Derek Johnson, Ellison is a shark. Gonna say it here if he gets WB. Gunn has 1 or 2 movies that don't hit the numbers they're looking for, and he's gone. His universe will continue under different leadership, just me throwing it out there. I don't think he's going to get it. I'm starting to go towards Jeff's side on this thing. And I mean, Ellison's recent comments, basically, he was almost saying like, well, you know, I didn't want to date her anyway. He was almost saying it like that. So, yeah, I think you might be right, Jeff.
I think Universal is going to wind up with Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
and that goes for anybody. You know, all it takes is 1 or 2 flops. And
true.
You know, would they continue his universe under different leadership if fans like his universe?
Yeah.
You know, maybe they're like, no, we're going to start all over again.
Theo says, if you could make a movie that has a crossover of 2 different intellectual properties, which 2 properties would you pick? Ooh. I don't know. I mean, Batman and listen, DC and Marvel is sitting right out there.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Ghostbusters and Spider-Man.
Together. That could work.
Or Ghostbusters and Men in Black. Like, maybe they were just doing the wrong crossover at Sony, right? They were doing Men in Black and Jump Street. Maybe they should do Men in Black and Ghostbusters.
I'll say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man. Both of them in New York, both sarcastic, smart, snarky guys. That would be a lot of fun, all five of them in an adventure with April. Dan Song, Jeff is correct. I'm definitely an old timer. There you go. There you go. All right, let's hit these Streamlabs and we'll get to the scoop. Anonymous says, hey guys, fantastic show. Do you have any updates on when you'll be on New Rockstars? Because I think that would be a great show. Also, Jeff, I think you should watch Severance Season 2 and then see if The Pit or Severance Season 2 is better. Thank you all.
It's true. I still have not watched Season 2 of Severance. Dude, The Pit, though, if that comes back in January, I might get screeners for that kind of soon, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the first half of the question?
Oh, yeah, New Rockstars. Well, they're doing in-house stuff, right, Jeff? That's what they told us.
They're busy boys. We're not going to bother them.
Yeah.
They need some entertaining, exciting guests who are willing to flash their nipples. They will call me.
That's right. Philly19057 finally saw Weapons. Good movie. How do you guys feel about the upcoming Aunt Gladys prequel? Sometimes I feel like everything doesn't need an origin story. Sometimes it's better not knowing. I mean, I kind of feel that way too, but you can't deny giving them a chance to make it. So your thoughts, Jeff?
I agree. I don't need this movie at all. I'm good. But would I go see it? Yes, I would.
Yeah. Jeffrey, Nexus reported that Doctor Strange 3 is in active early development. They say Cumberbatch wants Mendes to direct. We talked about that already. Thank you, Jeffrey. Obviously, he is too busy with the Beatles. Heard anything about this? Also, if he wants Mendes, which other top-tier directors would be in talks? I don't know.
I mean, if you were Trachtenberg, would you say yes to Doctor Strange 3?
I would, 100%. And I'll tell you this, Edgar Wright, I think Running Man's going to crash and burn. If Edgar Wright had made a good Running Man, he could have been in the mix, especially because what happened with Ant-Man and stuff. So Samuel says, any Dark Horse films that could creep in this year's Oscars? But what's Jeff's take on Frankenstein? Jeff already said that about an hour ago. So if you want to circle back.
I thought there was some really cool stuff, some really cool visuals.
Yeah.
Like that scene where he's showing like the skeleton.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really cool. I like the prologue. Like there's definitely parts of it that I liked, but on the whole, I was just like, this is kind of exactly what I expected.
Who's the female critic on The Ringer? She called it facile, and I almost lost my fucking mind when that was so snarky to say. It was so pretentious to say that shit. It's not fucking facile. Chris, have you heard anything about the new Judd Apatow film and Glenn Powell wrote? Have you heard about the new film that Judd Apatow and Glenn Powell wrote for Universal? Thanks for the content as always, guys. Thank you, Chris. Jeff, Apatow and Glenn Powell, anything on that movie?
No, it's been quiet. I mean, that's just development.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit. Anthony V, I'm really looking forward to Dune 3 with Chalamet. No question he is a movie star, but in a recent interview, Chalamet said, quote, no to returning to TV because some TV episodes are like movies. Why would he rule TV out? I like stars who can do both. I think Chalamet is old school in his approach, like DiCaprio. Like, that's his mentor. And so to Chalamet, if you're a movie star, you're a movie star. And that's how he sees it. Denzel was the same way, even though he came at St. Elsewhere, he never went back to TV. And so I think there is that element to Chalamet's approach. Jeff, do you think I'm wrong?
No, you're 100% right. Chalamet is refreshingly old school.
Yeah.
Right. He's not afraid to be like, yeah, I want to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to, I mean, this is what Denzel always said, right?
Yep.
You want to see Denzel, baby? You got to pay to see Denzel.
Yeah.
I will just show up on your fucking TV set for free.
And you can be that cocky when you have that kind of talent, as Chalamet does.
Exactly. So I think Timmy is right. I wouldn't even be entertaining television shows right now.
Yeah.
The time for that to come.
Yeah.
He'll get to do his Mayor of Easttown, just like Kate Winslet did.
Oh, good point. Yeah, at some point down the road. Yeah, great point. Samuel says, thoughts on Paul Tagliabue with his recent passing? Any mini tribute to him? I think he helped a lot with the NFL and its rise, especially with the Rooney Rule and expansion. Yeah. I mean, a good commissioner, not really one for much controversy, and very steady hand, not emotional. I appreciated that about Tagliabue. Jeff, anything?
I mean, yeah, the sport became as popular as it is now under his reign. And he certainly didn't seem like a slippery fish like Goodell does.
Yeah.
So, yeah, miss his stewardship of the league, but he put in the position that it is now.
Old school gentleman, for sure. Mario says, why are Latinas like that? I don't know what that means. Like what? Latinas are like a lot of things.
Yeah, fine.
But that too, yes. Hoffman says, John and Jeff, do you think if the Odyssey does well, Christopher Nolan is going to give another role to Tom Holland in his next movie?
Nope. I just did that to troll that guy. I don't know. Probably. I guess it depends on what his next movie will be.
Yeah, he likes to work with the same guy sometimes. So yeah. Samo, thoughts on Eternity if you've seen it yet? I have not. Jeff, have you seen Eternity?
No, I don't have a lot of interest. I've heard it's actually okay, but again, I just don't care who she winds up with.
Yeah, I have no interest in that movie at all.
I'm not a big Lizzie Olsen guy.
What? Oh, I am, and I still am not interested.
On what it is, but yeah.
Derek Johnson, one last one, says, okay, last one because I hit the limit for YouTube. You owe us some information, sir. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, perfect cue, perfect setup. Let me read you what I was sent from a pretty reliable person. Oh, wait, where's the messages? Oh, for God's sakes. Hold on. Now I've got to create a passcode to enter into my chat. What is that all about?
Oh, for God's sakes.
I mean, everything changes all the time on these social media apps. So hopefully I'll be able to get in through my phone.
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah, all of that. Okay. Okay. Jesus. All right. What the fuck? All right, here we go. Create passcode. Okay. All right, can I get into my chat now? All right, here we go. All right. So I've been sent this.
Hold on, I'm getting a text.
Okay.
All right, go.
All right. So here's this person says to me, and this person was pretty reliable. You can mention there are at least, and this for Avengers Doomsday, there are at least 2 female Doctor Dooms, one with a purple cloak and golden mask, and the other with a gold cloak and a mask. And there are other Dooms too, male ones, and told me to mention it on the show today, or approved me mentioning it on the show today. So there are going to be multiple people playing Doctor Dooms, the Doctor Doom variants in the film. There's going to be 2 female Doctor Dooms, one with a purple cloak and golden mask, one with a gold cloak and a mask. And there are other Doctor Dooms that we're going to see. So maybe some of the other characters that have been cast as different characters are going to be playing different Doctor Dooms from different universes. So that is the big scoop for Doomsday. So that's going to be fascinating to see that. So they're essentially replacing the Council of Kangs with the Council of Dooms, Jeff. That's what it feels like to me. So yeah. Does that pass your smell test?
Sure. I feel like I read about it a few days ago, though. Just fair warning.
How dare you? How dare you?
Multiple Dooms.
Did you guys read that somewhere? If you guys read it somewhere, let me know. But that's what I've been told. I didn't read it anywhere. So maybe I missed it. So we will see. All right, let's wrap it up there. Jeff's got a Patriots game to go watch and then a Running Man movie to go see. And I got to get out of here and get some dinner. Thank you all so much for joining us. Jeff, what do we have to tell the wonderful people about where to find you and read your stuff?
The Insnider blogs. No, that's my movie list. Just the Insnider.com. That'll do it. Yeah. And FYC is tomorrow morning. We're going, I think, Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, all right. We'll see if Delroy shows up on your list. As for me, at the Rocha Says on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all the social media apps, subscribe down below as well. Hit that bell button. Really would appreciate y'all. We crossed 40,000, want to get to 50. So please subscribe and let us know your thoughts on all the topics. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. We would love to get that in the thousands at some point. We would appreciate it. So please send in or subscribe there as well. All right. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of the Hot Mic. Peace.